Okay, so first we're going to start with this function here, y equals 2 times 3 to the x minus 1 plus 4. We're going to center our table at our xy table here at positive 1 because we want to make our exponent here 0, so it'll be 1 minus 1. Then we're going to fill in our other values. Okay, so once you have your values here of negative 1, 4.2, 0, 4.7, 1, 6, 210, and 322, you're going to start graphing those points. So first you got to graph your asymptote, which is going to be this number here, plus 4. So we're going to put a dashed line here at plus 4, which means that none of your values will be able to go below that point. So then we have these points here that I've graphed, and then now you're going to connect your dots, making sure that as you do not cross this, the asymptote. So then your graph will be that. Now with domain and range, that's some very important pieces. Your domain is always going to be all real numbers for these functions, but your range is going to be y is greater than, not greater than or equal to, but greater than 4, because that's where your asymptote is. Another important note is for like the 4-level questions, it's wondering about exponential growth and decay. Now this value is going to be what you're going to look at. Because that value is greater than 3, this is going to be a growth function. But if you had something like 2 times 1/3, which is less than 1, with the same translations, then that would be exponential decay. But your range is going to be the same still, and so is your domain. So you just have to watch out for that as well. The next function we're going to work with here is an e function. You have 2e to the x minus 1 plus 2. So then you're going to make your x and y tables same way. X minus 1 is going to be your, this is going to be what you want to make 0. So then with x minus 1 you're going to put 1 there in the middle. Negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3 would be your other values. So I'm going to put those values into my calculator, and so should you. Now that you have these values, you are going to graph your points. And so you're going to graph your different dots here as you are working. So it's going to be negative 1, 2.27. So you got 1 right there, and then 0, 2.7, and then 1, 4 will be right there, and then 2, 7.4, and then you have 3, 16.8. So somewhere up there. So then, and make sure that you plot your asymptote, because that's an extremely important point as you are working through here, and that's going to be at positive 2. That's this value here, so then that's going to be your asymptote. And then I'm going to connect my dots with my pen here and just shoot up like that. So then now my domain once again is going to be all real numbers because all these functions are. And lastly, my range is going to be y is greater than 2 in this case. Once again, this is exponential growth because you have a positive x value here, but if that's a negative, like if it was 2e to the negative x, that would be exponential decay. So then you have to watch out for that as well. Alright, good luck. We'll see you for the retake.